To you for me, and me for you. I don't care what people might say. Just 'cause we know this, yeah? Fuck you, lot. We're trying to avoid copyright laws this week by having me sing the intro song. Man, they were supposed to join it. He just left me out here like,
I was waiting for Dan's backing.
I was enjoying it still. I left him to it.
shit.
Okay. Let's start the show.
What I want people them? We say week 13.
Week 13.
Big week 13. I hope you've had a good week in good spirits. I hope the world is treating you well. And that's all the good blessings I have to give you.
Welcome to episode 13 of your Girls Crusty Foot podcast. With myself, Yui.
Myself, Mr. T.
And our special guest for today,
Daniel.
Coolest man on the planet.
I know he's been really cool and calm, innit, since he's been here.
Yeah, bro. No. Usually I get all flustered and that. Like,
Oh shit. Man was just ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
Cool. Mr. Dan, tell us a bit about yourself, innit? Why not start off with that?
Boy, what can I say? I'm Daniel.
Daniel. What do you do?
A bit of everything, really. I play football, run a few businesses.
Okay.
Myself and my partner.
Nice.
What kind of businesses?
Father of three.
Yeah, big job. But business-wise, so I run a shisha rental company.
Okay, what's that called?
Shisha King.
Shisha Kings?
Shisha King, you heard it here. You want to rent your shishas, you know where to go.
Yeah,
Boom, you'll see the link on the post in 2 secs.
Yeah. I've recently just started making 3D virtual tours for properties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
that's
So
taken
actually
up a
going
lot.
into 3D.
Like,
Alright.
just because of COVID and stuff like that. And obviously now we've got this silly monkeypox business coming on. I'm assuming quarantining is coming back into effect soon enough.
Yes, that's
So,
kind of where they're going with this, isn't it?
Yeah. So a bit of that property management as well.
Okay.
Just starting off.
I'm waiting for the last business, really.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for, because me and T, you know, we have a big thing about
Okay.
the last business.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Hey, do you know what? It's because it's not started yet. I don't want to put that in the air.
Okay.
But soon come.
All right. Soon come. What's soon come?
Soon come.
Okay.
I don't even want to say nothing, you know. I
What
don't want
kind
to
of Rey Mysterio business
Do you know
is
what it
this,
is? No. Do you know what it is? I'm very superstitious about opening up on
man?
things.
I'm like that as well.
Yeah, like,
before
just
the
because-
competition.
See, I'm kind of the
African.
opposite with that. I throw things out. I affirmate things because I know it's gonna come
Do you know
back
what
to
it
me.
is? I do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do that, but I find that I do that in my own personal space. If that
Okay,
makes sense.
not to
Because then
everyone.
I take that energy out with me, and then I get stuff done. But I just feel
you
like
Nigerian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want to put something out there before
Yeah,
somebody else starts
you know
to
what I
swear
mean?
upon
'Cause
you.
My mama's,
Yes.
she put some stuff in my head, you know.
I
When
understand
they're
that.
calling your name, send
Yeah.
back to stand down, all that. So yeah, but definitely, I'll update you.
Okay.
And yeah, you can.
No worries. We'll put the
Okay.
promotion out there.
Yeah.
But one thing I did want to say is you're an avid dog lover, aren't you?
Hey, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro.
See?
This
is what I was coming to.
Can you see yourself here?
Bro.
Don't say you invited this guest, and the first thing he's
All
done,
right.
there was a free
All
conversation, and they tried to set me up again. They done it with the Black Russian, and they're doing it again.
Bro.
What is it? What have I said now?
Let me just rub my hands real quick, car.
Boom!
Bro, how can you not like Frenchies?
Wait.
Alright.
Say that again. How can you not like Frenchies?
Alright, can I run down the reasons?
Okay, let
All right.
me hear you up.
Alright, listen, I've got nothing against, listen, I don't even believe there's a thing of disability. I believe there's other abilities. But French Bulldog dogs are as close to a disabled dog as you're going to find.
Bruv,
They're genetically not supposed to exist. You can kind of see that by the way they struggle to exist. They have no talent. They have no.
we talk about no talent.
Oh, here we go.
Like okay. So a German Shepherd, you know, you can kind of leave a German Shepherd to look after your property.
Since when?
Police have German
Bro.
Shepherds as police dogs.
They can
Okay,
sniff
think
out
about
They
it.
sniff out cocaine, sniff out
Bro,
drugs. Yeah.
Every dog can be trained to do whatever you
I
want.
have
the dog
not
to
seen
do.
a Frenchie
Bro,
trained to
no, no.
sniff out cocaine yet.
Bro,
And they're in a lot of cocaine infested houses.
I'm telling you, any dog can be trained to do whatever you want it to do.
Okay.
There's certain dogs that have characteristics which make them easier to train.
Right. Okay.
Frenchies are just, they're like,
Cute.
they're freaks, innit? They're like mentally.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
They're just all over the place, but
Right.
they can be channeled. Like, honest to God Almighty, bro. Do you know what it is? When I got my Frenchie, I've
He's got a whole
an
Insta page
Italian
for his
Mastiff
Frenchie,
as well.
by the way.
Yeah, and like I got my Italian Mastiff because I wanted a bigger dog because I do a lot of running. And my Frenchie just can't keep up with me. Like,
Because they can't run.
she can run. She can run.
No,
but her legs are
no.
her legs are like, she's not built for stamina. She's
built
not.
for
She's
running.
not. She's built for, let's play in this small area and then I'm gonna crash. Then you chop a little food. That's her, innit? But when I did some research into it, I did see a few Frenchies that are into protection, and that is literally just because they have only been taught one thing. And it, like, the guy that sort of did the training, I forgot his name, I think his name's Lewis Jones on Instagram, but he did say that it was a hella work. Just because, like I said, they're just, in terms of like mentally, they're just so all over the place that it's hard to get them to focus.
Right.
And I think every like Frenchie owner will tell you, potty training, sit, wait until I tell you to eat. That is like not a lot of people have their Frenchies trained to the point where we can tell them what to do, and you know that you can walk with your dog off the lead.
Why is that?
Just because that's their minute.
So why? So again,
That's them.
again. Not the
It's like
smartest
Jack
dog.
Russells.
You can't train it to do more than one thing at once.
No,
the
you
basic
can.
commands are struggle for them.
Nah,
I am struggling to see them.
No, you can. I'm
You
telling you,
can, it's just
actually
extra
can.
hard. It's like
it's like a child.
So your Frenchie trained to do all those things?
100.
Okay.
I walk with my Frenchie off a lead. I tell
just
her
not
when
too
it's time
fast.
to eat.
Just walk at a very slow pace.
I mean, with her, I'll be real. Yes, we walk at a very slow pace. But when I take her out, I'm taking her out on a leisurely walk when I go out with the kids and stuff like that. So I'm not taking her out for any fitness purposes. But like I said, it's like with a child. A child comes into the world and they have no sort of aim, they have no focus.
Yeah, you got to focus
and
them.
you know what I mean? You got to find a way to focus them and sort of install certain things into
I
them.
love that analogy, but from what you said, basically, Frenchie is the child in. Remember your school class, and as a kid, it's like a little bit, like the kid that like would just bump his head trying to sit down in his desk, kind of thing.
Bro.
Not the. So what I'm saying is like, all right, so you got like 10 kids in your class who are reasonably bright, 10 who are like, you know, they can learn. And then there's like the two who are a little bit like, whoa, it's going to take some extra work for these. I'm just saying, why breed more of those two?
They're like the most popular breed of dogs these
Do you know
days.
what it
Exactly.
is? I feel like they're popular because they're very low on maintenance.
Okay.
And-
So how is it with the children? Because obviously you've got 3 kids. How is it raising a Frenchie that's all over the place?
I feel
with
like
3
there's a link between cocaine and Frenchies that I can't prove yet, and I don't know what it is, but it's just
Probably the addiction, to be fair, because on Insta, I feel like people are just like, I genuinely don't get the fascination. I love my dogs, but I'm not buying my dog a £1,200 jacket.
right.
Do you see, I'm not doing that. I'm not buying my Frenchie shoes.
Like you've got an Instagram for Frenchie.
I have, and I've got that. No, wait. Let me bust.
He said things so spicily.
I've got that.
He says it like he's
Yeah.
your friend. Like,
Yeah, no, I've got that, but I've got it for the purpose of, because she does like video shoots and modeling stuff and that, and I literally jumped into that just because when she was a lot younger, I took her out, and a guy in the park literally approached me, and he basically said to me, "Oh, I do a lot of modeling, and some of my clients ask for dogs." And I know someone that's literally asked for a blue Frenchie recently. So I literally did one photo shoot with her. And from that, I sort of got so much attention. I thought, why not, sort of thing, innit? Because, I mean, if there's an idiot that wants to give me £800 to bring my dog to sit on your lap, bro, like, I'm here for that. Do you know what I mean?
We're all here for that.
So, why not?
Okay.
But, yeah, man, bro.
I mean, again, like we understand, like I understand there's a hustle.
Yeah.
Definitely, like people.
So what is your thoughts on all these people breeding Frenchies?
Them
Like the
people
new
breed
crack.
for money. I think if you're breeding for the love of the dog, because I mean, one thing I will agree with you on is they have a lot of health issues, and that's because historically Frenchies are actually English bulldogs. But you know, when you get one like, so back when English bulldogs first obviously came into being, when they bred and they had a litter of puppies, what they would do is they would throw away the runt just because it might be shorter, it might have a bigger head, and they just look at certain proportions of a dog and say, listen, this dog is not conducive to what I want it to do. So what they then started doing is they started sending them to France, which is why they became French bulldogs. That's literally where the
I love this history.
that's literally where it came
So
from. They've got
literally,
nothing.
So
English
French
people,
bulldogs are the runts of a British bulldog.
basically.
Oh,
Basically.
wow.
And they sent them all to France.
They all
you know,
send them to
English love
France because you know the French are a lot wee, juju, and they're a lot softer. They don't do dash away as harsh as English do.
Wow.
So obviously now you've got this influx of runts and
then they came back to influx Britain.
Even their backstory
It's
is
an invasion.
horrific. Like they were the runts number one. They got sent to another country and somehow worked their way back to
invaded the whole country.
invasion. But the point, I guess the point is, it's like again.
That's what Frenchies.
It's like again, yeah. You don't necessarily throw away a child because the child is saying, I don't want to listen. I'm
Yeah, that's
5
a
years
harsh
old and I don't want to
comparison
listen.
right there,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't throw away the child. You sort of take your time and sort of do what you need to do to help the child. And the same thing with Frenchies. Like my Frenchie don't have no breathing problems. She doesn't have like skin issues and all the rest of the stuff that generic Frenchies do.
Why is that?
Because I take care of her.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like when I got her, I knew she was a problematic breed. The same way when I got my Mastiff, I knew that she's a dominant breed. I'm not like people get dogs because they get dogs. Do you know what I mean? They don't get like you don't have a child because you want a child. You have a child because you know you can look after your child. You know you can nurture and provide for your child.
Precisely.
But people are buying Frenchies because they want to buy Frenchies because my Frenchie's got a Frenchie.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily right. Do you know what I mean? Which is why these idiots that are breeding, that doing farms and that it's justifiable for them because I can breed a massive amount of Frenchies. You're not going to ask me anything about their history, which you should, because more or less if my Frenchie breeds and she's got problems, that means your Frenchie's going to have problems. Are you ready to take care of that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then people ain't asking that. People are just ready with the bread. Here's $5,000. I'm going to take my Frenchie up, post on Instagram, and we're going to do hearts, kisses, and all that bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Like, lick my face. That's not necessarily right. Like, yes, love your dog, but do the research and look after your dog. Do you know what I mean? And then people like this Frenchie here wouldn't have so much. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'll be honest. Not the most compelling defense of Frenchies in me. But as I understand, yeah, obviously you got one, don't throw it away, but don't breed any more of them.
True.
Unless
Without
you-
looking after them.
Yeah, unless you know exactly what
Yeah,
you
no.
are, the conditions of a Frenchie and what you're kind of getting yourself into.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, I apologize for any Frenchie enthusiasts I've offended. I
Frenchies,
apologize
I've done
to
you
yourself.
justice. I've done you justice.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Speaking of animals, did you guys see this post on Instagram the other day?
Yeah, I thought this was mad disrespectful as well.
Please look at this post.
Yo, if you're over the pizza.
Flew the whole pizza, not a slice, the whole pizza.
No way. Oh my God, who ate the pizza?
I've never seen that, man.
Well, you know, I see something
No
similar,
way.
right? Like, certain man could adhere to this, general. If you watch this, please stand up for this. So, a few years ago, I think it was in Kingston, I remember we bucked up from one of our friends and he was outside court and he had a zoo and a squirrel took the zoo. He put the zoo on the side of him on the wall and the squirrel came with whoop. Can you imagine your last zoo before you get into court? That was emotional.
Imagine he went down.
I can't remember. I can't remember what happened to him, but I just remember the squirrel taking the zoo thinking, I've never seen anything like that. This I don't know if this is better or worse, but it's definitely on a par.
What's that? Seagull.
Seagulls.
Swoop down
Seagulls
and
are
took
like
the whole
flying
thing.
pigeons that literally
Yeah.
they take anything.
And they're big.
And they're
We
big.
went to the beach a few years ago, and my partner's sister was eating a sandwich, and this, I don't even think it's a normal seagull. It's like a winged giant, bro. the thing just swooped down and just grabbed the whole sandwich and just cut.
Wow.
See that?
Yeah,
See
seagulls.
that?
Not a fan.
Active,
Not a fan.
Man. They're active.
Not a fan.
Nah, not a fan of seagulls at all. I'm not a fan of birds. I don't trust birds like in general. I've got this
What
phobia
about
where
eagles and
even less so. They're like big birds with claws and yeah, nah. I've got this phobia of like a bird flying into my apartment.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I feel about wasps and bees.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wasping. Yeah, I don't play with wasps.
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
But yeah. All right. So, what's been the most interesting thing that you guys have seen on social media today? Not today, sorry. This week.
I don't know. I'm thrown by the question. What's
you
the
guys-
most interesting thing on social media this week?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Did
What
you
we-
guys
we
see
go
the,
first?
I'd agree with that too.
Okay.
Fair. I think you got
I got a list.
that question back.
Husband leaves wife.
Oh.
Of 10 years.
Oh, the Ukrainian the
For
family that
Ukrainian
brought in
refugee.
the Ukrainian refugee,
Mm.
and cause I feel like look, we've people are you know white men especially love a blondes like
Mm-hmm.
this.
But they've been mocking this and before they started bringing refugees over. Do you know?
Yeah,
do you remember
exactly.
That? That's
Everyone
the funniest thing
the
about
thing
it.
was always a stigma about
Yeah.
Ukrainian women and how
Yes.
pretty Ukrainian women were. So I kind of thought, oh, this might happen.
Yeah, this is a pot ready to burst.
I think the husband probably thought about that before he chose like who he's gonna bring in.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's premeditated.
Come on, he left her after 10 days.
Bro.
He had left her 5 years
10
ago.
days.
He left her 5 years ago, realistically.
Yeah,
That's
that was.
That's one of those situations where his wife ain't been doing it for him, and now he's just seeing this plug hole, like he's just seeing gold,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and being like, "I'm out of this."
That is an opportunity.
I'm out.
Yeah, very.
100%.
He saw Ukrainian refugees in need of places to stay. He said, Sharon, have a look at this. I feel like we need to do something more for people, man. We need to be more humanitarian, you know what I mean? Sharon went along with it. And what kills me is like, have you seen the pictures? Like they're posing for pictures.
yeah, exactly. They're
For real.
posing
Like-
for pictures.
Yeah,
Like, we've got pictures up. Like, it's ridiculous.
that's just brazen. That's just like, I don't give a D.
But what I want to know is, where did the newspaper like pick them up to have that picture, or did they just?
That's what kind of threw me about it. That's why I was kind of like, I'm not sure what's going on with this story because there would be like an element of shame, no?
Exactly.
This is all very tight period of time. Look, 10 days for him to leave with his woman,
You know what I mean?
and then how many days later did they put a story out and like decide to post her pictures?
Exactly.
He did not love his wife at all. That is lack of consideration.
They posted pictures. He was there for 10 days.
I was with my ex for a year. I wouldn't post a piece of my new girl like that's just like, what the fuck?
Just a mockery. Yeah, it's true. So I think it was all pre-planned. This guy was already out the door.
Kids as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is. I mean, if they were like one-on-one, no kids, then I could just say
Cool.
the
You're not,
guy's
you're not.
finished,
Yeah, it's
but
finished. Yeah, but
this
to
one
leave
is
these
beyond
kids
finished.
beyond
Yeah.
finished,
beyond
bro.
finished.
Imagine.
For real.
You've got
Yeah.
children at home. You all
She-
live at home, married.
She put a reply out
Yeah,
to
she
say
did.
that I'm
He-
not a home wrecker.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
she goes, I'm not a home wrecker. It wasn't my fault.
Lena accused us of having something going on before, and that was what made us get together. So
Yes.
it's her to blame. I thought, wow.
Yes, that's
Holy
it.
shit.
The wife accused them of actually doing something. Imagine.
Crazy, man.
So that made them do something.
If I
Even the
her,
reply, bro. Sometimes just keep your mouth shut, man. For real, man. Just keep your mouth shut and just do your badness.
and not everyone come from war-torn country is a good person.
And I know these guys ain't from London. They're from up north somewhere.
Yeah, bro, I didn't know that's blatantly up north. That is so up northy. So up northy, blatantly.
Said, you don't know about home wreck, bro. There's more in my country, bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, she don't give a fuck about that. Like,
That's mad. That's
now them poor kids have to go to stepmom's house and eat that Ukrainian cuisine. Like, God damn.
Yeah, but what? Whose mum's house? Whose house?
Well-
That's the other thing. So you've taken in a refugee
Yeah.
into your house. Who owns that house? Who's staying in that
Oh,
house?
they got to leave the house. Surely.
Yeah, exactly. They've got
Surely.
surely.
So what?
Surely.
The husband
Nah,
and,
he's
her
a-
and his things got you. You're not gonna kick your wife and the kids out.
Yeah, no, for real.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know. If you're posting for pictures up, like I don't know where your moral line is. Like
Yeah, he clearly has no moral line, but still.
He's ready to
I
become
would
a
hope he
refugee
won't
as
kick
well.
out his wife and kids, but
But then if she's not there, doesn't she get technically like there's something about refugee status that she's there because she's moved into their house? See all those forms and things, so she can't necessarily leave, can she?
As a refugee, I guess she has to be.
She has to be in there.
Technically, if she's with him, I suppose there might be a loophole to say that I'm still with the family. You see what I'm trying to... Bro,
Wow.
do you know what, yeah?
Yeah.
For the fact that they've left after 10 days, they've got this worked out. Because, like, I wouldn't necessarily say if, for example, I've just taken a refugee, 10 days after, I'm now going to go on holiday for 6 months. There must be some sort of stipulation to say have to be.
Yeah.
So she can now turn around and say, well,
I'm still with the family.
I'm still with the family because I'm basically still with the family.
And actually, we're just waiting for the divorce to go through. Then we will be married, and I will have my full visa.
Full visa. Legal. I'm gonna be a
refugees. That's what she's after right now, man.
Is she gonna leave him?
Yeah.
With more tax.
That's what the wife said. The wife said she's just gonna leave him soon anyway.
Yeah. I would guess that she like, come on, man. She's not the strongest,
She's 22. He's 29. She's got a whole heap of time to.
Oh, she's 22.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Young, got 22-year-old.
He's a legend as well, bro. These people need to be in history books.
Yeah, no. I'd really like to check in a year and see how this is going on.
Real.
Oh.
Have we got a name for like him?
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there's a name for him.
Okay.
I don't think they wanted to. Well, I don't think he's hiding anything because his picture's out there very clearly.
Put a mental note for like show 113 to come back and check in where they are. Because I feel like she can have his kid and go. I feel like he will impregnate her because he just seems like that kind of guy, like real quick, and then like something. There's another twist in this story.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys were discussing earlier on before the show started about this rapey minister.
Oh shit.
You know me, I like throwing things in there. I'm just like, we're talking about something light and I just throw something in there and that's like,
It's kind of light.
It's kind of light. Like, I heard he was spiking 4 men and licking nipples.
Yeah, so he spiked 4 men's drinks and he licked one of his victims' nipples.
Do we have a name for this guy yet?
No, I don't believe the name we disclosed.
Definitely not.
We're discussing earlier the violation of licking the man's nipples. I mean, I was saying like it's a very sensitive area, and I just feel like that is just like if something so violatory about that in particular. I'm not saying like I'd rather something else happen. I'm not going to step down that rabbit hole, but I've had it just like no, I just get shudder every time I think about it. Like
you have to actually understand what you have to do to actually get your mouth to the point where you're close enough to lick someone's nipple, and that whole backstory. Is just
what is the backstory?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll be real. I just feel like in that fucking chamber, they're just doing up pure pornography and just like Donnie's watching porn. This other one.
So 2 got sacked recently. Obviously, the one that we spoke about last time.
Right. Yeah.
Please, what's his name again?
Oh, we didn't have to do that. We could have just said.
But anyway,
porn MP,
the porn MP, he got sacked, and then there was the other guy from I think it's Worthing or Wrexham or something like that. He got 18 months for
Rotherham.
Yes,
yeah,
18 months for
anything like sexual grooming and stuff. Rotherham seems to be like a hotbed for it.
Yeah.
For a 15-year-old. And the worst thing about him was, do you know he was on the panel, the national panel for grooming? Like,
he's already on there.
No, he was on that panel. Like he was
still a member of parliament.
Before he got arrested and before he got caught,
right.
He was on the panel, national panel for grooming, to advise on how the police and everyone should help
stop. This guy is trying to stop it.
Yeah.
Or he seemed to be trying to stop it.
Man was on the national panel.
I advise more leniency when it comes to dealing with such issues. We find there's a lot of grey area.
And there's a person that's been 18 months, put in prison for 18 months for obviously grooming an underage boy.
Right. So do we know what he... No.
Do we know exactly what his charge was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got it here, mate. Sexual assault.
What did the sexual assault comprise of?
So he was... Oh my God. He actually advised the government on child sexual exploitation.
Wow.
While he was under police caution.
Wow. That... Tories!
But yeah, he was
voted for him.
The MP was found guilty this month of molesting a 15-year-old boy.
For molesting him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And will serve 18 months in jail.
18 months. That's Imran Khan, right? Was that
Yes, his name was Imran Ahmed Khan.
Imran Ahmed Khan.
MP
Boy.
of Wakefield.
I saw like some MP come out to like kind of like support him this week, saying that they feel it's too harsh.
What?
Yeah. Someone crisping.
They should investigate that guy.
Yes. I looked at his picture and I thought, whoa, wait, you investigate him.
Like, as a father of three, what's your
please,
thoughts on
please,
these things
please,
here?
please. Bro, do you know what? Honestly, like I feel like in the last, I would say 2-3 years, yeah, this country has really shown its true colours, and this whole sex scandal business that seems to be lingering around Parliament, it goes to show you that's their choice of crime, which is why they only gave Khan
18
such a
months.
meager amount of.
But if he got caught with cocaine,
Do you see what I'm trying to
like,
say?
3 years.
Then, like, I'm not saying drug dealing is right.
no, but I'm not talking about drug dealing. I'm talking about if he got caught with cocaine that was for himself, like this person's not dealing. This person's actually an addict. Yeah, I'm sure some people have got longer than 18 months.
Of course.
Trina, am I wrong?
That's
I know you were kind of like, oh, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, I don't know about
that.
the legal premise of like just possession.
Okay.
Don't think that's like you can get like an 18-month sentence for possession.
No. Okay.
Well, depending on how much.
How much
That's
you
possession
actually
with
have.
intent supply would actually
That's-
boost it, but like no possession, no, don't think that much.
Cool. All right.
But still, I feel like yes,
Because he's only going to serve 9 months.
that's crazy.
Realistically,
man
that's
go on
crazy.
holiday for 18 months and come back and nothing's changed.
Exactly.
That's a piss take.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And then this 15-year-old boy.
and I guess it's not gonna be any kind of like prison. It's gonna be like a very
What's that?
Yeah.
Cat D or what they call
yeah,
it?
be something like an open jail.
Open jail.
I'm not sure how they deal with pedophiles, man, but like, boy, yeah. I know with obviously being a Tory pedophile, high profile, yeah, it'll be looked after, I'm guessing.
Imagine. And my scary thing as well is, okay, so you've got 2 daughters and a son, right? So before, 10, 20 years ago, you would only realistically be more worried about your daughters.
Yeah,
In terms of now,
Yeah.
it's everyone.
No, it's true.
Bro, did you see the other day? When there was the heat waves the other day and like some youth got raped in the toilet in Bournemouth Beach.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit, now that scared me.
What, a boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bournemouth Beach on a hot day, like hot
In
day.
daytime?
Yes.
Talking about it, to be fair. She was the one that brought it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that at all.
The world gone mad. Yeah,
Wow.
nice. It's
Broad daylight.
it does feel like generally there's like just this uprising of like I don't
What's
know
the
what
word?
to
Is it
call
sedition? What's the word? There's something. Like,
in every element of life is like this tension just rising up and all this ill shit just bubbling over.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom, yeah, why?
Indeed.
Yeah. Do you want to take it?
Yeah.
And even talking about boys, we had that Welsh school kid recently.
Oh yeah. So
So-
another thing like it's kind of bubbling up is like I found all the things all the same time. Racism is bubbling up like
Yep.
bigger and badder again.
Yep. And then we had the recently the autistic child that was again strip searched by the police. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that one still.
And that's
yeah.
following the young 15-year-old black girl that was less than 3-4 months ago that was strip searched in
You know
school.
what? I'm sorry to say, yeah, but I feel like all this racism thing as well, yeah, is because us as I don't even know what to call us, but us as a collective, we do not act accordingly in terms of dealing with situations. Because I tell you what, yeah, if that happened to a Muslim family, there'd be action, and they would be, like I feel like other ethnic minorities are very quick and they're very affirmative and they stand together in whatever they sort of choose to do. And if that means that we're gonna come out and kick somebody's head in to show you that, bro, you can't fuck with man like that. They're all together. But I feel like us as an ethnic group, there's patches. There's always patches. There's like a group of people that will come out. There's a group of people that will stay at home and bash online and bash on the radio. And there's a group of people that want to play devil's advocate and be like, well, if he was dressing provocatively, I could see. Well, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? And this is why I feel like people not find it easy, but I feel like they find that attacking black people is an easier option. Do you know what I mean? They've got historic hate for us already. It's there. So taking it out on us and like so blatantly, like let's be honest, certain things that you do, even if like a child steals a sweet, there's always a thought in your mind, what happens if I get caught? And whether you do it or not determines on how you sort of see the shortfall after you've done the action.
Yeah, the consequence.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? And these people have thought about those consequences, but they still do it.
I think it depends which the stories he's talking about. We're alluding to. So you're talking about the schoolboy in Wales or the kid who was strip searched by the police.
So yeah,
in terms of the schoolboy, in terms about the strip search thing, that's in terms of consequence. You see, that's more on the governmental level. Like we don't see consequence for anything that happens to black people on the police level. So we can go out and. Wait, what can we do apart from go and protest or go chain up boy them, go chase after boy them. With the South Wales thing, the boy in South Wales, I always find there's always them areas there where there's like minimal black people where they can get away with that shit. Like that would never fly anywhere around here.
True.
Like, or if it did, it would be dealt with very quickly. Then you get like community consequence. But out there, it's like we can all say that. But if I'm trying to ride up a bunch of men to drive down to South Wales,
yeah. Say though, but then another ethnic minority, they will do that.
Would they though?
Would they?
Bro, I'll be real.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
When I used to go Hertfordshire, when I used to go uni, bro, you mess with one of them Asian dons, bro, 50 of them are coming up. Like, and this is not even
that's kind of
in the area.
No, I'm talking about from ends. Like, there's people popping up that I've never seen before. You don't come to this uni, bro, because you look old enough to be man's dad. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But they mobilize.
All right.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? And it's like there's a guy on Instagram that does this. He's amazing. He goes anywhere. I forgot his name.
What, Shaka Bars?
No. But he basically talks a lot about sort of predators preying on kids.
Oh right, okay.
And he is very active. Like he pulls up on people. Like,
with the black guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one? Not my virgin.
I don't know.
Respect.
I think that might be him.
Do-rag, young brother.
Yeah. Yes.
That's my guy, man. Yeah.
Shout
Shout
out
Respect, man. I'm gonna get you on the show soon.
Bro, for real, like, that's like he's actively letting people know that, bro, we know what you're doing. Like, you're not gonna, it's not gonna slide.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? And I feel like that's what we need. We need to hold people accountable, like, because the government's not doing it.
Government would never do it.
They're not doing it. So if they don't do it, what are we gonna do? Like, we can't. It's like when people sit down and shout, "Oh, reparation." Big man. They haven't given you nothing for the last 500 years, bro. Do you think after 500 years they're now gonna turn around and say, "Oh, yes"?
The ironic thing is,
you're correct.
I've always said what you said, but it seems like
It's starting to make
by
a bit
step,
of a wave.
the fact we keep on, we've not let it go to this point.
Yeah.
We still ain't getting it. But it just feels like
it's more conversations.
it's starting to be more mainstream conversations.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Jews still get compensated like from this, that. But in terms of like mobilizing in terms of community, I agree and disagree in that, because I do know it's like the same kind of thing. Like you used to mess with one Muslim brother from that school, boom, 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 everyone will come down. But it's the same thing. Like if anything within like a certain region, people will mobilize for. But if it's like a Muslim guy got attacked in or Asian Muslim guy got attacked in South Wales, is everyone from the ends gonna fly down to South Wales?
I mean, I like I said, I don't think it's a case of everyone from the ends, but I feel like you need to show some sort of unity. There needs to be some sort of unity, and unfortunately, the unity doesn't start and sort of stop.
Do you feel there's more pressure on us to show the kind of unity because we have to kind of look for ourselves, because we have no kind of like we got no authority kind of looking after us. We got no stake in terms of like financially putting ourselves into a situation where we are like a really listened to voice in terms of like when it comes to elections and even local elections, our issues seem to be kind of skirted to the side.
100%. So we have to be the change that we want to see. Do you know what I mean? And if it takes a small minority making that change to basically wake everybody else up, or you know what I mean? You tap one person, they tap one person, they tap one person. Before you know it, you've got a proper unit. You know what I mean? But then if nobody makes that step forward, then we're always going to just be in conversation. Do you know what I mean? We're always just going to be considered, or we're going to discuss this at a later date. But we don't need discussions, because a discussion that's held in 2 months' time means that 5 more boys have been raped. Do you know what I mean? The knock-on effect is now this boy is going to go on with this trauma in his life that he's probably going to close up inside him. He's not going to want to discuss, because, bro, as a man...
losing a finger at... How old is he? 11.
Bro, that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
That's traumatizing. And you're going to go on and have kids, and chances are, because of the trauma that you've suffered, you're not going to deal with certain situations in your life accordingly. Then you're going to pass that on to your kids. Then your kids are going to pass that on to their kids, and now we've got a whole generation.
I mean, the thing is probably the tip of the iceberg. I'm guessing his young brother's been getting it since he's got into that school.
Yeah, that's apparently what was said,
Yeah, we mean to visit any other black people around the area. Even in Cardiff, a little bit further out. Make that try, show some community support, damn it. Nah, so like I keep saying about like militarizing and mobilizing for stupid things. Why don't we mobilize for something like that can actually, you know, make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, you said that last week as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But you know, I think a lot of this racial stuff stems from the fact that they hide the black history in this country.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I feel like this tide, I've seen it before, and I see it every time there's a recession. Every time you see the same same events happen, the banks fuck up, and then it's like, oh, they've lost all this money, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Then recession, we're all gonna suffer, and then when everyone's looking at the banks, the government like pointing fingers. Racism rears its head up again, and suddenly it's like the fault of this lot and that lot and that lot. And we see the same things come to play every time. If you're a white person who's been in this country through the 80s and seen it all play out again and again and again, and you're still going for the same thing, you're stupid. Because we ain't the enemy. We are white people, black people, poor people, all pretty much in the same fucking mix when it comes to this shit. They are the people that are the enemy, and they look at us all the same. So they keep on turning us against each other. It's the same tools they use, and we still go for it.
True.
So yeah, that's why you see like the football hooliganism, racism. It's always the same elements that kind of show you like we're bubbling in the society.
Yeah, that's interesting that you said that. There's been obviously you were discussing the rise in the fan attacks.
Yeah.
Fan attacking. Yeah. Like we saw what goalkeeper was it that got attacked?
What's his name? Robin Olsen, the Everton second string keeper.
That's it.
Or it's not Jordan Pickford, but yeah, Robin Olsen.
Oh no, it was the Villa keeper as well. After the
Emi Martinez.
Yes,
well?
after the City game.
he got
Because obviously he let them come back, so they tried to. Literally, they were walking past him. I'm gonna play the video. They're walking past him, slapping him. Everyone's walking past, slapping him. Taking turns, walking past him, slapping him. Like it's ridiculous.
I saw what's his name?
But he saved the goals anyway.
Sheffield United striker Billy Sharp got headbutted on the sideline.
Oh,
Vieira.
Patrick
I didn't
Vieira.
understand how no one chased after the guy that just headbutted the red. I didn't really understand that, but yeah.
Have you ever done steward work?
No.
No.
Nah.
They don't give a fuck. They got minimum pay. Like
security guard.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like you're looking at like tens of thousands of people thinking, bro, some kicks off.
That was so singular though. Like the guy literally, he's like moving like a rhino, man, charged like, and just bold head, you know, maximum connection.
Yeah,
bro, he's crazy, man. And
then
just did it and just ran off.
Exactly. I don't mind seeing with the Vieira thing.
Yes.
When Vieira got a chance to like give man a kick.
Did you see the other side of that clip of the guy
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
swearing?
yeah,
He deserved that.
Oh,
Man.
no, of course he did.
I fuck with
Come
Vieira,
on.
bro.
This is what I feel like. I feel like if you can run your mouth up to a player or try and physically harm a player, he should have the right
Yes.
to harm you. There's
Yes.
no like
In general, even
you
a player
shouldn't
in
do that.
general.
No, yeah, you went on the pitch and you touched me. Oh, Vera could have gone to work and I'll be like, yeah, well done, Pat.
Well done. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
But he literally just tapped him. The guy fell over. He didn't even kick him that hard. Like, come on,
He
man.
literally stuck his leg.
He literally stuck his leg out. The guy just fell over.
Carry him, yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, I remember being like in games before and you know it's like it's just like little fat shit sitting next to you. It's like, you fucking cunt! Yeah! And when the player turns around and he realizes a big 6'4" defender built like a gas,
For real?
athletic, and you ain't done shit in the last 20 years but lift up a pint, and you realise, oh my God, this guy will kill me. That's the level you need.
They changed the attitude.
You need the humanity back. You need the point where the player can turn around and give the man a slap, because you gotta like set some kind of precedent now. You got people feeling they can say and do anything.
Yeah, 100%.
100%, man.
Well, we've got this whole GTA thing. You didn't even see the clip I sent you this morning.
What GTA?
In East London. The guy just got in the car. Ram every other car.
GTA, man. This GTA real life. Nick, what is he doing?
Apa dia school fan sekolah ni?
Yeah, watch out.
Aduh, berada di sekolah.
I'll find it.
Okay.
Also, talking about abuse, we've got the guy, the NFL star, who got slapped. Did you see that? He got slapped.
You know, I watched that like 5 times.
But
yeah. So
obviously, who got charged?
it like so. A lot of people don't even know he's an NFL player. He was an NFL player, but everyone I think has seen the clips of United Airlines employee slapping the tall brother, and the tall brother just returns with a 1-2 combo, bam bam, lays him down. Mama gets up and he's like, "Yo, he wants more."
Yeah.
You see, he's got to keep checking and letting everyone know.
Like,
he shot me first.
Yes.
Now he's coming back.
Yes.
I'm a black man just defending myself.
Yes.
He's still got arrested.
Yeah.
He still got arrested.
It's America, man.
That's the answer to it. Bro, that's the answer to it. There's no explanation. It's America, bro.
It's America,
It's
bro.
America, bro.
Like, it's terrible. There's no other answer to that whatsoever, because whoever was filming that got the whole clip from when the guy walked up to him and slapped it. It wasn't even a tap on us.
Yeah,
slap was
nice,
hard,
slapped
bro.
him.
He slapped
And
him.
it wasn't like he was a small guy. He
Yeah,
was
exactly.
a big guy, so you couldn't handle the 1-2 combo. Then that's on you.
It's on you. Don't start slapping people, man.
No.
Like, but apparently this is their argument is who's the guy? Alec Baldwin. The guy.
I saw Alec Baldwin pop up, and I
was
thought,
like, wait,
didn't you just
sure?
shoot someone
Yeah.
on your movie set?
I'm sure you be
Like,
chilling out right now.
yes, shut up.
Man piping up saying, okay, this guy deserves to be charged because the guy who got punched was at his place of work. So he was at his...
So was the runner. So was the runner on the studio when you shot him, Alex. What are you talking about, Alec?
He was at his place of employment and this guy attacked him at his place of employment. You don't expect to go to work to be attacked. Imagine. No pun intended yet, Alec.
Like, come on, man. Fucking hell. Why has he still got a Twitter account? Like,
Bro, for real.
Where's going
Took
on?
away Wiley's account. Take away this guy's account.
Exactly.
For real.
Oh, shit. You got a PR team around you just telling you to shut the fuck up
I'm
sometimes.
telling you.
What's going on?
Oh. Like, normally we would say that. For me, that would definitely be one of the things that we would include in our new award section.
What?
Every time I come up with new sounds, I say anything funny. Yeah, this guy just looks at me like this. Where's the hood in you? Where's the hood in you, bro?
It's got to be funny. Well, when you say funny, it's like. But anyway, let's go.
CBeebies, yeah?
Let's go. Yeah.
No.
It's the voices I don't like. He starts going through. Oh well, hello guys. Like, why are we doing that, bro?
We're introducing a new section today. But anyway, so we've decided to do a nice new section.
He's gonna do it. He can't help himself.
Mr. T, please.
These are the Barking High Street awards for befuddling behaviour. If you do something which is absolutely ridiculous, no human being can understand why you would do that. It probably belongs on Barking High Street. Therefore, we will award you with the Barking High Street Award. And I said barking like I'm really a barking person as well.
So,
barking.
First clip to go in there.
Right, we've got 3 candidates. 3 candidates for the award this week. First one is, you've probably seen this story.
She decided to put nice music over it.
That's love. 5,665 miles. Burst into the room.
Oh, babe,
And he's like, Bitch, I was going to sleep. Why are you here? Yo, you don't say I was about to take a nap.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
She's like, come on, babe.
Shit,
Give me a hug.
I'll go. Vanessa's
Give me
coming
a
at
hug.
6 o'clock.
It's like,
See that? See right there? We pause that shit right there.
No. That's where I thought, rah, this is mad, like. This is mad.
You see that? See when she tried to pull him up by his hand?
he was not getting up.
Oh, and you know what that tells me? You know, I've got a different take on this, right?
Yeah, go on.
I don't even think it was like, he's just like, oh shit, she's there. I think she just pulled one of them things like mad chicks do. When you've had an argument, or like, she's arguing with you, she's just like, oh babe, I just don't feel like, I'm not feeling a connection with you anymore. Like, I'm not feeling like you are really with me anymore. And he's like, oh babe, just chill, it's alright, man. Nah, there's no one else, it's cool. And then she just flew over.
Or, he went to the States one time, met her,
Yeah.
cool, it was fun, it was great, went back to Sweden, and she texts him all the time. And yeah, he responds, it's nice, isn't it? He responds, and all of a sudden, she just has to surprise him.
Yeah, I just live.
He's sliding on things.
Of course
He is sliding on things.
Of course
and
he
he
is.
has just realised that, bro, you have fucked up my pattern.
Oh,
What the hell are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Shit.
Like,
She's just making viral as well.
bro, for
I
real.
know.
Nah,
his real girl in Sweden right now is like,
Bro,
Alexander, this is you. Like, she fucked his shit up.
International business schools. You're a liar.
Oh, that's horrible. Imagine making that flight though, like, and that's the reaction you get. Like, you can't. This is one thing about Americans though. Very happy people. Like, she's just riding with it.
Smile. Oh, God. Right. And
It's our second candidate.
our second candidate. This one has to be watched. Because I still didn't understand it myself. Please tell me which is it.
See, so some back behind the scenes information. I was supposed to control this scrolling thing going on right now because he told me everything was lined up in a line ready to go. I'm so glad I'm not doing it. Ah, stupid.
Have you seen this?
What a stupid
Send
word.
this to Charlene.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
This is an idiot. Let me tell you something, yeah? This is an idiot.
That's the way you said it. This
is
an idiot.
Being more than an idiot. You see, at the point where he's pulling his finger, yeah? I watched it and I was thinking, bro, when you were pulling your finger, did you actually think you were going to get your hand back with your not getting taxed? Like, did you believe that you were going to go home with 5 fingers?
I'm still confused. Is his finger stuck, or is he trying to pull the guy's teeth or the lion's teeth out?
He's not trying to pull the lion's tooth.
Oh, he was rubbing it. Then
That's what you thought is this whole time.
This whole time I thought he was like a dentist trying to help the lion out, but he was just like obviously straight African. Man don't need no tools, don't need to sedate, just literally putting his hand in there because he's so comfortable with the lion and trying to pull the teeth out. I thought that's what he was doing. Not that he's an idiot like that.
Man's even antagonizing me. Come.
Oh no, that's, you know, after you try to show off for people.
I love it as well because the people behind it didn't do nothing. They just continued videoing. Oh my god, they continued. This is great. Wait, you fucking plum.
They don't even, it's not even like a sound of like, oh! It's just like, oh.
Bro, that line just made a quick snack, boy.
Boy.
Yeah, this guy's
What were you trying to do?
I don't understand.
Look at that.
So many cameras as well.
It's like, oh shit, it's great. It's a great turn. You know what that is? The man work at it, man, it's Jamaica as well.
Okay.
Alright? The man work at this zoo. Two tourists with him. Boy, let me show it to these people now.
Poke my finger in it. This lion's not the king of the jungle, I am.
Oh, that line said, brother.
Wait, is she a lighty? Is she a lighty? Is this another case of
The lighty trap.
Yeah, lighty trap. Man doing the nonsense for
Tell them to
lights.
beware, man.
Oh shit.
That guy's an idiot, bro.
Down.
He's an idiot.
Down.
So obviously that's our 2, and the last one we have. It's kind of hard because this one was done earlier on in the week, but the court case has just started. It's the Zuma kicking the cat.
Oh shit, I forgot what it was. This is like the opposite of that. This is like Cat's cousin is getting revenge right now. Like, raw, see how your people treat cats. Alright, you found me. I'm gonna treat me like that.
So yeah, I'll have to find that clip. But the only clip we have of Zuma is him entering court,
I mean, yeah.
and that's shocking enough as it is.
That was hilarious.
I
Man,
wanted to kick some of them people, boy.
bro, he walked in like he was on crud.
Right, he was.
I can't believe I'm here for a cat.
But whoever did this video and put the cat thing in the background.
He can't believe it. You know what? This has got more attention than Benjamin Mendy's bloody rape case.
Oh, that's it. Yes, he pleaded not guilty.
Did he plead not guilty?
Yeah, he pleaded not guilty.
I even know that because he didn't kick a cat, so it's not been on the news.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah. So obviously, what? That's 5 counts of rape. Yeah, 5.
I thought it was
counts.
6 from 7 women.
Oh, oh my god.
Oh, I thought it was 7.
Oh my god.
I know it was 7 women, but I think it's 6 counts. Or maybe it's 7 counts. I don't know. It's 7 counts of rape from 6 women. I don't know.
But he pleaded not guilty.
Ooh, yeah.
What happened to him?
I don't know. T?
What's that?
What happened to him?
What, Mendy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, he's pleading not guilty, so I guess would he get bailed?
No, he's in court now.
Yeah,
Apparently,
but he's been in bail this whole time.
he's been in bail this whole time.
Okay, yeah.
Or was he in jail?
I don't know.
He literally just dropped off. The
Bro.
first-
Yeah.
You're accused of raping 6 women. You better drop off this face.
I think Football Club,
Follow a cat kicker.
I think Football Clubs must have like a good like kind of a grasp on like what comes out in the media, man. Because you don't
Of
really hear
course
anything
they
about
do.
Greenwood. You don't hear anything about him.
Yes, Greenwood suddenly disappeared from the media.
Yeah, we ain't heard nothing about the guy again.
That's true.
It's like we just forgot why Man
It's
United
like
season was
Adam,
so terrible.
Adam Johnson disappeared as well. Do you remember?
It's like all the other things in Man United season just kind of took over.
Boy, I can't lie, Man United shit right now.
I just wanted to get that.
I'm a Man
That's
United
all
fan,
I
and
needed.
I
That's
can't
all I
lie to you.
needed.
I don't even bother watching games no more.
I understand that,
I
man.
feel like I'm just watching the game to just get stressed out. Like,
You had so much hope with Cristiano Ronaldo.
I know it's mad. The man
I
was
don't
like,
like it. I don't think we had hope. I think we were just filling the air with just dreams and just energy.
wow, certain man on
Empty
Twitter were
energy.
coming for me, boy. Seriously, it's like, I don't know these man. Like they were coming some real cruddy to with. Oh, Teflon, young Tef. He's one of the worst Man United fans.
He's a Man U fan.
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna nick reels and clips on, and all these guys were just telling a lot of stuff on Twitter.
They finished below you guys, right?
Yo,
Bro,
please.
chill, man.
Did West Ham finish above them as
I
well?
think so. Yeah. Are they in the Europe? You in the Europe?
No, yeah, you
Conference?
lot in that fake
The conference.
UEFA, innit?
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about, to be fair. I'm a Catholic fan right now, I'll be real, bro. I can't support
You
that.
know where they're playing the final for the Europa Conference League this year? Albania.
Well, that's the one Man U in, or
That's one that could be in next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Where
a tough time.
might be final with San Marino.
Man U, greatest. Right,
All right, so who we going for? So we got Kurt Zuma. We have Jamaican zoo keeper.
Yep.
And we have.
we have the girl travels 5665.
All right, so my vote is going for the Jamaican zookeeper.
My vote is going for the girl who travels 566 miles. Tiebreaker.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Jamaican guy, man.
Have to go to the Jamaican.
Have to, bro.
All right, Curtis Hemingshaw, Dollarsworth the third. This is for you.
You are the winner of
You are
the
winner
first.
of the first Barking High Street Award for befuddling behaviour. We will send this to you. We hope it is compensation for the loss of finger.
We hope you still have that finger.
I don't. I don't deserve the finger, bro. I'll be honest with you. That'll be a lesson to you. In the mail.
Nice.
All right.
So, I'm going to move on to our more, for me, it's our more enlightening topic. It's politics.
Okay.
You know?
Section, all right.
So a more enlightening conversation because I believe there's a lot of things that we've got on here that, one, I didn't even know was going on till we started compiling our list for things to discuss in a week. Number one is the Davos Global Leaders Meet.
The Davos.
T has put meet to plan our demise.
Yeah,
Love that little word.
That's how I always feel it is. I think 2021 was like the great reset, weren't it?
Bit of background on the Davos. What is it actually about?
Davos is where all your world leaders, billionaires, sociopaths come together to discuss the manipulation, the destruction of the world over the next few years.
Boom.
Where probably COVID was born, probably the birthplace of monkeypox, hysteria. So yeah, they generally meet up and we're supposed to discuss all the issues and what they can do to kind of
It's like a 5-day or 5-day conference, right?
Yeah. So it's that would like the Bilderberg thing was always like everyone you say, oh god, this is the Illuminati conference.
Yeah,
pretty much is.
Pretty much is, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why billionaires there?
Yeah.
You can understand leaders of nations,
Yeah.
but then you've got billionaires there as well.
Well, if you really think about it, like on a logical level, if you're a billionaire, you pretty much fund whichever party, so you pretty much own the party.
So you should be there anyway.
Yeah, you're setting policy, so you might as well be there. You know what I mean?
But one thing I did see in day 2, the billionaires have all said they should be taxed more.
That's
one main thing that they've come out with. That was main topic.
Has Boris Johnson boycotted it? Is he there?
Oh, I haven't seen Boris.
I've not seen
Boris there at all.
Has bigger fish to fry, bro.
Yeah, he's still dealing with these pictures that are coming out.
Someone's making bread off Boris.
Yeah.
So billionaires want to be taxed more. The Ukrainian war's been discussed
I
heavily
would be
there.
very, very wary of when they say they want to be taxed more. So it sounds like they want to set their own tax rates or how they're going to be taxed rather than align with.
They're trying to have a global
tax
tax rate.
Because if they wanted to pay taxes, they would just pay taxes. Exactly. You know what I mean? Instead of like trying their best to elude them. So they're trying to set up.
They're trying to set up a global tax.
That's great.
scheme.
Can I set my own tax scheme to decide how much I'm going to pay? That would be great.
Just have HMRC on your back.
Yeah.
You know?
So I mean, I know the Klitschko's are there right now.
Klitschko's there. The Ukrainian president's there.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah, he's there.
How?
He's had a whole speech. He was there day 1. He did a whole speech.
You know this. You know, in 10 years they're gonna say this war was fake. Obviously, it's not fake, but there are gonna be elements they can pick out. Like, why is this Ukrainian president 1 second is in the center of a war, can't move anywhere,
Yeah. And he's always wearing a t-shirt.
in the same t-shirt with the same hair? His hair's not grown.
So can someone explain to me, biggest thing I noticed, okay, this week they released the Time 100 most influential people in the world, yeah?
Right.
Big thing, Time's been going on for years. Why is he there? He is one of the most, as in influencer, there's different sections, and in influential, he is, the Zelensky, Ukrainian president, is amongst.
Well, he's one of the main social influencers right now. He's on TV every day casting about, hell, send us more tanks.
Yeah,
so he's
but
kind of like
is he one of the 100 most influential people in the world?
Do you know what? If you think about everything that's going on in the world at the moment, the Ukrainian war is
Okay, cool. So when Gaddafi, they were bombing Syria, and Gaddafi was in power, was Gaddafi one of the most influential people in the world?
Probably so.
I doubt it.
Probably so.
Doubt it.
Bro, if it's a war,
Gaddafi
do you know?
would never be in Time magazine.
Do you know? On the flip side, no, I would say so.
Never.
I would say Gaddafi was more powerful than Zelensky before they
100%.
take
But
him out.
I wouldn't, they look at them two leaders completely differently, as in the world.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. One seen as a dictator because he went against what the West wanted, and one is in line with what the Euros wanted. They want Ukraine to join NATO and join the whole EU stratosphere. So again, like looking to that school, the school that everyone who goes to Davos went to, all the world leaders went to the same school.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
What school is this?
You have to Google that, man. I can probably on my phone. It was called the World Institute for Leaders or something. Global Leaders Initiative School or some shit.
What? As in, they went to this school when? When they were kids?
So before they got to power, everyone's gone to the same school. So look, you know this.
No, I didn't know that. This is one of the...
Macron, Merkel, everyone who's in power right now. Yeah, every prime minister.
Merkel, all those...
Yeah, all
leaders.
Merkel,
That makes sense though, because everyone in Parliament went to school together, so that makes a lot of sense.
if that's went eaten in this country, so now you've got something where everyone from every country has gone to this one global league of school for you have to go to. So everyone in power has come up under the same sphere. So the founder of the school is Frank Schwab, Andrew Schwab. God damn, we've got to actually focus it.
So wait, did
feature
they
this next
actually
week.
call this school the Institute of One World Leadership?
I've got some big name like that, yeah. Something like that. What, you found it?
Yeah, I'm on the
Okay,
website.
cool. So yeah, you'll see. What's the Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau and the Finnish and all the current prime ministers who all aligned in their political views,
Yeah, okay.
all aligned in their responses to situations. They all went to the same school. If you look at the actual formation of the school, it all comes into the Rockefeller thing again, French world, like.
But then I know we've always had this.
Look at
For example,
look at the founder of the school.
the founder.
Yeah.
We've always had this thing about in religion, for example, as in the end times. The end times is when they create the one currency, one world.
One world, yeah.
But it's they actually called it the Institute of One World Leadership.
Yeah.
And then that's where all the leaders have gone to.
Yeah. Well, it's not a secret they're trying to bring a world war and one world agenda. It's a case of where we see it's a good thing or bad thing.
Yeah.
So, like World Health Organization, World Education, it's all just leading to like one authoritative body which dictates what every country has. Yeah.
Sign of the beast.
Well, it's what I keep saying about like as much as I don't support Putin, Russia, whatever, you need something to run in contrast to that. You need it to be challenged. If you take away all the challenges, then they just run amok. And 20 years time, we're like, oh no, we can't do anything because they own everything.
And I sadly feel like that was their agenda behind COVID-19 and now this monkeypox.
Yeah, so what's this
Everywhere.
monkeypox business?
Like it gets everybody's attention
Exactly.
away from the way the country and the world in general is being run.
Yeah.
Because now you're sort of fearing for your life. Like,
Yeah,
oh, I
they
don't
love
like
that fear for your life.
Yeah, Project Fear is a real thing.
So
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
With the whole monkeypox thing,
Yeah.
do you know it's been found in 15 countries?
15 countries.
None of them are Africa. None of them are black countries.
So
They said it came from someone that went to Nigeria. I remember
yeah,
them
so
saying that.
what I believe is it's something that exists in this particular strain was a West African strain,
Yeah.
so it exists there. But obviously, there like 15 countries have been founded since. And
Since.
yeah,
But none of those are black countries.
No,
But
no,
yet
no,
the
that's-
picture that they keep depicting on news, on all the media, is the black people who have monkeypox.
yeah, I keep seeing a black leg with monkeypox
You know
all
what I
over
mean?
it. Yeah,
Like,
man.
there isn't.
So anyone that's been to Africa can tell you that COVID does not exist and it has never existed in Africa. They will tell you that monkeypox does not like. You fear for yellow fever, you fear for malaria. Do you know what I mean? Those are the things that people will tell you exist, and those things exist whether you come from the village or you live on Victoria Island and you're a billionaire. Do you know what I mean? Because these are things that are sort of working their way through like the water system, your food. Do you know what I mean? Monkeypox does not exist. And all they're trying to do, because at the end of the day, if we all choose to leave this country, I tell you what, yeah, you see, like Brexit, this whole vote us out of Brexit. I'm sorry to say, but the people that voted us out of Brexit are the people that are uneducated and just want to say, Britain is ours. You are taking all our jobs. But these people don't have no sense, because if you quantified what Britain actually produces, you would know that Britain can't survive by itself. It's impossible economically.
We're stuck.
Britain is a small fish, and all Britain does is leech off everybody around them by making these pacts and friendships and, oh yes, help us in the trade, or help, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing. If everybody leaves and go back to their country, bro, Africa will be a whole different place. And all they're doing is scaring everybody. Oh, don't go to Africa because you'll catch monkeypox. Yeah, bro. How is it that everybody's been going back to Africa for years haven't come back with monkeypox? But now all of a sudden, COVID has happened. Now monkeypox has come.
Yeah, I mean, to give us a context, we talk about 1% death rate, monkeypox.
And you have to like literally physically touch someone to get it.
It's more than that. It has to be like real close contact, usually through bodily fluid, and even that's not going to guarantee you're going to get it. It's like very like, it's not even newsworthy, really.
No.
Honestly. So obviously, Project Fear being the thing it is, it's like they're going to keep it. It looks where it looks so blatant how they're doing it. You kind of think like, no, it can't be. But yeah,
It's a thing.
There's the shares in 2 companies that produce vaccines for smallpox and monkeypox have soared.
They have.
Of course, yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We talk about Project Fear's way of manipulating people into control.
Well, we seem to have a lot of these. Obviously, since COVID. Remember the petrol scare? Oh, there's no petrol. And there was petrol in loads of places. But they just scared people to say, oh, there's no petrol. Everyone rushed to get petrol. Just little things that they just keep doing.
Food
shortage, yes.
Don't quote me, but I think in like 2016 or 2017 or 18, I think they did a census, and only 23% of the UK had actually qualified with some sort of degree, and I think it was like under 50% of the country had some sort of secondary education. Now, just because you have a secondary education doesn't mean you know what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? But then it's again, because the people that run the world obviously know what they're doing. They go to school, one world order. Do you know what I mean? So they know what their agenda is. And what they're doing is they're playing on the fact that there's a high majority of people in the country that do not know anything.
Uneducated.
They don't know nothing. Do you know what I mean? They don't know how the economy works. I mean, if you ask an average person, what do you think of the economy? They'll probably look at you and say, oh, well, it's really bad at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But that
do they actually know breakdown?
Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't answer the question. Like
why are we in a recession?
Exactly.
What is, we know what happened in the last recession was how what is the problem now? No one actually knows.
Follow them blindly. Because everybody wants it. Like, a high majority of people want to be spoon-fed. They want to sit down, turn on the radio, turn on the TV, hear Boris said quarantine. They said monkeypox is sort of transmitted by touching. So that means that I'm going to fuck everybody off because I don't want no one to touch me. I don't want to get monkeypox. Do you know what I mean? It's like the other day they opened up the Queen
Elizabeth life.
Bro, 18 billion
over budget. I know.
18 billion over budget. It was meant to be finished 2018.
You don't think we see like casually all the time, like, oh, this road works or whatever, but like, oh, cool, 2-3 billion over budget.
Do you know how much a billion is?
Exactly.
Like, really, like, people, do you know how much?
Honestly,
A billion is 100 million. 100 million.
bro.
They like things like building fountains, but in 2 years' time they wipe them out because they want to build a road for them. It's like they're so wasteful with this money.
Bruv. But then we're in this economy crisis.
Exactly, it really don't add up.
We're in this economic crisis, but you're fixing up the Big Ben, bro. Who looks at the Big Ben to tell the time, bro? Everybody's got a bloody iPhone or a watch.
Do you know how much the Big Ben cost?
But then you've gone over budget on that as well, bro. Like, make it make sense. Like,
Shine the gold.
but then, like I said, because there's a high majority of people that don't, like, you might ask someone again, what do you think about the Big Ben or the Jubilee line, like the new line? They'll tell you, oh yeah, I was on it, or yeah, I had closures, but bro, they went over budget, and not even like a little. They went all the way over budget.
Even breaks down to what we were discussing earlier on. I've had a lot of comments from people that say, "Oh, talk about the funny things, man. No one really wants to hear about the politics and that because it's." But you know, because it's not what it's not making them laugh. It's not. It's not social media funny. You know, and it's not engaging because that's what people find these days.
That's the problem, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
We want to sit there and talk about fucking Gucci and nonsense all day.
Oh yeah, the Migos broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
So like, I mean, yeah, you can choose what you want to choose, but like, fucking man, this is the problem. That's why we don't make no progress in general. That's why they can keep on taking liberties out of people.
But there are also, like, I would say 20 or 30% sometimes subscribe to this, right? Where I zone out. Like, my life is fine. Yeah. You know, everything I have, I've got my job, everything I have is fine. Yeah. Everything in my direct vicinity is fine. So I don't really need to care about the rest of the world. So sometimes I'll just zone out and not listen to news, not listen to certain things and just have a nice life.
To a degree, you have to be like that.
Yeah. So
take on too much.
Yeah, touch on all the world's ills, but yeah, there is that, but that's like kind of what about the middle class kind of.
Yeah, that's what you say all the time about the middle class. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's where it's like, okay, I've got enough, and that's kind of the design construct or design point of consciousness where you can just be like, alright, cool. I'm cool, so I'm not gonna look there. But the thing is, what's behind you is what's gonna creep up and catch you next year. So you need to look behind you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's very true. Indeed.
Also, I feel like not enough kids up north. I was gonna throw this in there. I feel like a lot up north, like it's a mad culture of like, oh, just get drunk and watch reality TV and don't take things too seriously. Cool, nice culture, whatever. But like, it's these situations you see like, and I end up at a food bank or whatever. Apart from the Puddians, they got a real socialist like stronghold like goes through there. But like, yeah, it's like almost like an aversion to intelligence. Like it's like. You bloody Southerners.
It's true.
It's not saying all up north, but like, yeah, it's the general culture kind of perpetuated.
100%.
Definitely. I saw this morning that China's on the verge of invading Taiwan. The US say they will intervene.
Yeah, Biden says he will intervene. Biden ain't gonna be it.
No, you just not listen to Biden, bro. He's gonna put you guys in trouble, and he's gonna be like, I don't know if you watched what's his name the other day when he was talking about the ex-American President George Bush. He was talking about the invasion. It was the invasion of Ukraine, right?
He was talking about the invasion of Ukraine,
and he was saying how it's so inhumane and it's so thin to someone to just literally come out their way and invade Iraq. Oh, sorry, Ukraine. They were talking about himself. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
his dad.
It was his dad, isn't it? No, but he was there as well. He did.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Is him and his dad not close?
Yeah, but I think it was like
okay.
But yeah, it's like how one man's ego and boom can lead to all this, and it's like, right, the wrong country. It's like, oh shit, no, that's us.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Biden would start this, and he'll be out there before when the actual trouble happens.
If everyone's like waiting for World War III, everyone's tense about World War III, and I feel like that'd be the new fear that kind of like is just pushed next. So. You got like obviously US sent troops to Somalia, and they're on the verge of intervening with this Taiwan China thing. If they intervene in China,
but they've been doing the Somalia thing for a while. Yeah, but they don't actually speak about it. But they've been doing the Somalia thing for a while. Like, because I remember when the whole Russia and Ukraine started, everyone was like, okay, cool. You're talking about Russia invading Ukraine, but you guys have been invading Somalia for ages and keeping it quiet. So go on. Sorry. I interrupted you. You were actually making a point.
What was I saying? Okay, yeah. My point was made. I'm sure. I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh god. Yes. Okay. Anyway. One interesting thing that I do want to bring up was I read recently that in the 1800s. Not sure if you know about this. We had a black queen.
Oh yeah.
Her name was Sophie Charlotte. She was biracial queen, fully queen of this country. But it's history that's never really been spoken about.
I used to hear about this all the time, you know. And it's like, you know, it's the same thing that told me. Always wants to tell me that like Mozart was black and Tom Jones was black and like everyone was black. So. It's kind of like,
I thought for years Tom Jones was black, but he's not.
I feel like there's some.
I just thought he was. I thought you can't have that curly hair.
Like there's some black in him somewhere.
Yeah, there's got to be, man. His hair is curly, naturally curly, and
he's got a certain base about.
You know what I
mean? I feel like I'm a black man. You know?
And you can't have that. That tan is just Wells ain't that hot, bro.
My pineal gland just senses sometimes because he's got some melanated
somewhere. Like So But so apparently she was a black woman.
So I ain't had no Red Bull. So, you know, if anyone watching knows there's no Red Bull that can. So it's like, you're going to keep prompting me as to like what the hell we're talking about. Because I do not function well in mornings without Red Bull. Like I say, I kept hearing about it when I was a kid, but like you always kind of dismiss it because, not dismiss it, but you're like, okay, I don't know if that's true because it's the same handful of people tell you that you don't see it anywhere, but apparently she was the only queen of America, wasn't she?
Yes, she was Queen of America and Queen of England at the same time.
Yeah, so when England
Yeah.
presided over America before
Before the revolution.
Yeah. I wanted to say, like, so basically they had one black monarch and it's like, get these motherfucking English out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Racism again. We didn't know that. We didn't know the whole fucking American Revolution started because it's like, get this nigga out the throne.
Yeah. And then, but there's a picture of her. I'll show the picture up. Boom. She looks white, but she looks.
I can see the mixed race.
Yeah,
When I
can see the mixed race. Yes, yeah. But there's two pictures. You notice the two pictures. One, she looks more white than the other.
Yeah, they always said to tone her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they toned her down.
Actually, I do remember. Remember them talking about this a lot, especially on like LBC when it was during the Meghan Harry thing.
Oh right, yeah.
And they kept referring to her.
You remember now?
Yeah. Because of the whole stigma with obviously Meghan coming into Yeah.
So it did kind of get like a little bit too. It's like the Cheddar Man. Like we just got to remind people every 9 months that it was a real thing. Cheddar Man was like remember when they found the remains of the first ever human being in Great Britain?
It was in Leicester, wasn't it?
I can't remember where it was. But when they eventually put it together as to what it looked like, he was black, and everyone was like, "Whoa!"
They turned for real.
Like, this is a black country. Let me tell you, to BNP, NF, get the fuck out of my country. Get the fuck, you salt and vinegar crisp. Get the fuck out of my country. Stinking motherfucker. Yeah, black is mine.
Is mine, indeed. Last but not least, our show is about to finish. Dan, it's been great having you.
No, it's been amazing.
Oh yes, you're going on schedule.
Yeah. Another thing we like to do throughout our special guests is there anything that you want to discuss? You can't say I put you on the spot because I did text you.
I know we didn't do it. We ain't not done our competition for viewers.
Oh my god! Right at the end, that's the best time.
We're supposed to do it in the first 15 minutes. But cool. All right.
Let's introduce it properly.
Alright, so basically what we're doing is a new segment where we're going to give a gift from our sponsors, our week sponsors on the show, to whichever guest. We're going to pick a guest out randomly from our subscribers, from our social media followers. We're going to read out your name. If you get back to us within a day to let us know you've watched the show, within a day of being published, you receive these gifts. So, we already picked out the name. Alright, so the name is D1 Joseph.
D1 Joseph. That's our special winner for today. You've got till tomorrow, 2 o'clock, to let us know.
And listen, if you're like a friend of his or something and you're thinking about telling him and like maybe splitting it, like, don't do that. No, it has to be an organic competition.
You know what I mean? You have to watch the show. Like, oh my god, they spoke about that. Message. Yeah. And our sponsor from this week is Kiss a Kemet.
Kiss a Kemet, the greatest. And I don't just mean like the best, I mean the greatest, because greatest is historically. The best means at the time. The greatest is historically. The greatest skincare of natural origin ever to be sold for these kind of prices in the market. So basically, anytime you've seen something that has this level of natural skincare and quality to it, you're not paying like your standard rates. This is the kind of stuff you find in soap for like £125 for like a 10ml jar. So like this is really bringing luxury skincare at affordable prices. So yeah, check them out. Go onto that website www.kissacommit.com. Hit them up on the social media, on Instagram, Facebook, see what's going on over there, and improve your skin today.
There we go. Make sure you check out your girl's Crusty.
I'm 56 years old. I just do Kiss a Commit.
Dad, talk to me. Come on, must be one topic to close off our show.
Man United.
One topic to close off our show.
Yeah. So the government is basically trying to control homeschool kids. They're basically trying to put.
Your kids are homeschooled, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
So what it normally is, when it's time for your child to sort of apply for school, you basically make the the powers that be aware that you've basically chosen to withdraw your child from school and you are choosing to homeschool them. At that point, they then advise you basically that you need to record, well, obviously you need to educate your child, but you need to record everything that you do with your child. Just so, if the powers that be choose to approach you and ask you, what are you doing for your child? Just because obviously they say they want to obviously keep your child at the focus of sort of their attention, you can obviously provide them and say, listen, we've done blah, 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 blah. But now, what they've chosen to sort of try to put into power is they basically want to start registering your child. They want to do regular checks on your child.
Right.
Now, the problem with that being is, how do you expect to register your child when your child lives at home?
What do you mean register? Oh, you mean register your child at a school?
No, they want to register your child as attending, attending school sort of thing. Like, you know, like obviously you go to school, they register you. I was in.
Right. Can't you just register your child attending your house?
Basically. But how do you register that?
So basically, they're putting a loophole that's making it harder for you to actually
And what they're
overcome.
saying is, if your child doesn't sort of abide by a certain percentage of attendance, then you can also face a truancy fine.
So, how do you register? Like, how do you practically register? So, is it something you can fill out a form? Or
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
Nobody knows yet.
So they've just come out with a new rule.
Just come out with it. At the moment, it's in talks. And there was
And it's mostly ethnic minorities that homeschool their children, right? That's the thing. Yeah.
So the sort of general,
Because if the middle class were homeschooling their kids as much, they wouldn't have these.
In the homeschooling community, the general sort of opinion is they're basically trying to clamp down on how you sort of raise your children, because your children are not in their sort of structure.
Yes.
Because like we go on holiday a lot, and it's not to say that we're on holiday.
You're teaching them,
You know what I mean? But you teach your child, this is how things go in Africa, this is how it goes in Rome, this is what they speak here, this is, do you know what I mean? This is, it's different. Obviously, you go to school, you look at pictures and you read books, but then there's nothing like actually being there and sort of soaking it up.
So first thing I thought when you said that is like, right, I might as well kick the little bastards out, then like they're registered because they're waking up in my yard, so cool, like they're attending.
Exactly.
But if you want to go on holiday or do anything like outside of the realm of like them being in your house every day, then that's gonna be
Exactly.
Like say, yeah,
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Cool. The best learning is probably going out and doing experience.
Yeah,
Very much.
there's
You pick up a lot of kids. You could take a child, a 3-year-old that's been in London or been in England or been anywhere for the whole 3 years. You could take them to Ethiopia, and within a couple of years, they would speak the local tongue,
Yeah, of course.
because they're more
Yeah.
receptive
Yeah.
to it. So it goes to show that physical learning is a lot better than theoretical and writing and dictation. But
True.
it's like they just don't want your child or these children that are homeschooled
they
to
don't
have
want
that
they
one
don't
up
want
on,
them out of the system.
and that's what it is.
Because if we move to like a one world system, you don't want anything that's like
Yeah, I mean,
coming away from
that,
it.
like, nah, that's not gonna work for us.
So yeah, man, they're really trying to make it a thing.
So have you found a way to overcome this yet?
Well, it hasn't actually gone into effect.
Is there a way of stopping this from going into effect? Like petitions, polls?
That's kind of see how it breaks down, like, and see like what they're actually asking for as like registration.
Or are they doing it? Because obviously there's always a flip side to everything, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys might have the perfect setup, for example, but there are setups where people have just decided they don't want to put their kids in school. They, you know, they're not actually really homeschooling their
And I
children.
think
I
that's what
sell
they're
crack, so I'm teaching my child to sell
Yeah,
crack.
you know what I mean?
Homeschooling.
So maybe they're doing it for another reason,
Yeah.
but without explaining that reasoning to you guys, especially the ones that are doing it properly, you're just going to feel that we're all being bundled in the same bag.
The thing is though, I feel like even if like no matter what you want to, even if you want to teach your kids shit, you still have kind of like it's still kind of like within your rights of like
It's your children,
You're
yeah.
wrong still.
yeah.
But you're not.
You're actually wrong.
Okay.
The moment you put your child into school, you give the power to the government.
Oh, is that like
You
you
give
get one
them-
with no
that's
these
fine.
loopholes,
For
these
example,
sick man loopholes.
You've got a child and your child is 8 years old or 9 years old or 10 or whatever. you expose your child to things according to what you sort of witness your child is able to sort of comprehend and process. But the school doesn't do that, because the school has a period of time where they need to get you from point A to point B, because at point B you need to now jump onto point C, which is joining our structure to work for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the issue is, I feel like not only are younger people having kids, but because they're so young, they haven't really got the knowledge to give their children. So I feel like the learning age is getting a lot more advanced in areas that it shouldn't, because you might find that children are really tech savvy now.
Yeah.
But you ask a child, let's go and do quick maths off the top of your head. And it's like, oh, let me use my phone.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? So what it is now, the schools are sort of exposing children to things a lot earlier before they're able to comprehend it. Sex education now.
It starts a lot earlier in primary
Thank you very
school.
much.
Yeah, a lot
But
earlier in
then,
primary school.
how do you expect a child to comprehend what you're actually showing them? Do you know what I mean? Like, and the thing about it is, kids are experiment. Like, they like to experiment.
Yeah.
So now what you're doing is you're basically giving them the sort of exposure they need to sort of go away and do things behind closed doors.
And things that they wouldn't be ready for.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So with sex education when I was a kid, like they even look like sex. It looked like some diagrams or some tubes, and then some next tubes that kind of go into these tubes, whatever. But like it didn't really do it to say, oh, okay, I understand what it is. So it wasn't really like I was learning anything about like anything. It was just like.
This is not just a body cream. We blend nature's finest ingredients, proven to create the best in care and nutrition for your skin. Free from parabens and made with love. We use amber glass jars to preserve our natural ingredients. Restoring the radiant glow of healthy skin, the new Kiss of Kemet skincare collection will replenish your body from outside in. Kiss of Kemet.